Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about Medicaid, which is also known as medical assistance. Medicaid is a joint federal and state program that, together with the Children's Insurance Program, also known as CHIP, provides health coverage to over 72.5 million Americans, including children, pregnant women, parents, seniors, and individuals with disabilities. Medicaid is the single largest source of health coverage in the United States. Each state has their own criteria for Medicaid assistance. In Pennsylvania, you contact the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services. And there are multiple ways to apply. You can apply online using the COMPASS website, COMPASS. You can call the Consumer Service Center for healthcare coverage. You can apply in person at your local county assistance office, and you can apply on paper. Download the application off the website and mail it into your local county assistance office. And to get all the specifics on the program, I encourage you to go to www.medicaid.gov. That's medicaid.gov. And what I will share with you is my experience with this program. First, if you have a child under the age of 18 who has a chronic health or mental illness diagnosis, you will be approved coverage for the child regardless of your financial status. So keep that in mind. And I also want to point out to you that there is a lengthy application process. I know when people hear medical assistance, they may just be thinking of free insurance that anybody can take, that anybody can receive, and that's not necessarily true, and you will see why. You'll hear about the process. So for adults, the process is much longer and much more in depth. And I will say this, if I had known the process would have as many steps as it did, I would have applied for it for my mom back in 2020 or in the beginning of 2021. Remember how I said a binder is a good thing to have? This is where the binder comes into play. There are two types of assistance to look into for medical assistance. One is in-home assistance and then placement assistance. In-home assistance includes Meals on Wheels, a home health care nurse, or a home health assistant, adult day centers, those sorts of things. A placement assistance is what it sounds like. It's find a spot in a nursing home. And these are two very different processes. In Pennsylvania, you will go through your county's Office of Services for the Aging, or COSA, C-O-S-A. You are going to work with multiple social workers, most likely. One will be your initial contact with the county, then you'll deal with another one to do an initial assessment. Because the pandemic was still raging at the time, our assessment was done over the phone. I was hoping to leave Mom out of the process as much as possible, because I knew she wouldn't understand why I was trying to get help from the county. So we did a three-way call with the social worker, myself, and Mom. And my dad even hopped on too. So depending on the assistance that you're looking for, the next steps may vary. They will mention at some point that they are going to want to see financial documents. And then you can say, okay, great, what kind of documents are you looking for? And they most likely will tell you, it depends. It's not very helpful. Remember when I talked a few videos back about 5 years of bank statements? Bingo! This is where that information is needed. Now, in my mom's situation, I had to switch from looking at in-home help to nursing home placement lightning fast. In December last year, 2021, I admitted Mom to a local hospital at the suggestion of her primary care doctor because she had a real drastic change in her behavior and in her abilities, what she could do. So while in the hospital, they did a series of tests to rule out that something else wasn't, make sure nothing else was going on. The doctors, the nurses, the social workers at the hospital were wonderful, and they all agreed that Mom could not return home and that a nursing home placement was going to be best for her. At that point, I stopped working with the county and worked directly with the hospital to find a place for Mom to stay. And once I chose a facility, the business office there took over the process applying for medical assistance for us. I provided them with all the financial documents that they requested. And my mom was admitted to the nursing home on December 23rd, and she passed away February 25th, 2022. Her medical assistance approval came after she had passed away. Medical assistance will cover most healthcare expenses that Medicare will not. When you read about medical assistance, though, you may read that they will want to recover expenses for your loved one's care, and it's after they've passed away. And it's very important to have your loved one's financial paperwork organized. You need to have your loved one's monthly expenses and their monthly income information. Anything that has their name on the account. Do they have a car? Do they own it outright, or are they still making payments? Do they rent, or do they own their own home, or are they paying a mortgage? All of that information matters because coverage is going to be based on their monthly income. Now, if all of this gives you anxiety, you are not alone. I cannot tell you what my anxiety level was during this process. The business office at the nursing home was fantastic in guiding me along the process. They deal with medical assistance every day. So when the business director said she thought Mom was going to be approved, I was able to breathe a little bit. But I didn't fully exhale until Dad called me and told me he finally received the letter that said Mom was accepted, had received medical assistance. Then I was worried medical assistance would ask for the funds back after Mom had passed. All we have gotten so far is a bill from the nursing home for a very reasonable amount. If you have concerns about the process, there are elder attorneys who help you along. They will make sure the correct information is submitted, and in my opinion, they help you get the best outcome possible. My parents' attorney was familiar with this nursing home and the woman I was working with in the business office, so she offered to reach out to them for me on our behalf. I don't know what she said, but so far we've only gotten the one statement, and I'm very hopeful that that's all we're going to get. So, our lessons from today. If you think your loved one will need financial assistance, start the Medicaid process sooner rather than later. Start gathering the 5 years of financial documents and the most recent month's expenses. Get that binder ready. They'll hold all the information. And find an elder attorney to guide you through the process if you're feeling unsure about it. I hope my insight was helpful to you and gives you some idea of what to expect. And if you decide that medical assistance is going to be helpful for you, I hope that today kind of gives you a better idea of what to expect and know what information to start gathering. Spring is sprung. Summer will be here before we know it. So take care of yourself. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.